Okay, now I'm going to go into detail about my experience with the training week and how all of these things actually work in practice. So the details that I've just given you is exactly how it's meant to work and how it was presented to me by Chung Dahm. So anyway, on the Monday, I believe training started for us at about 9:30 a.m. Not sure exactly what time we started because of the swine flu. All of the people doing training that week, we were divided into small groups of 2 or 3 people, and we were all starting our training sessions at different times so that we wouldn't have lunch breaks together and wouldn't infect each other if we had swine flu. So we were all starting at different times, and the time that we started varied every day. So I'm guessing, I can't remember exactly, but I think training started each day somewhere between maybe 9:30 and 10:50 each day, something like that. Um, so we were all starting at different times because of the swine flu, and in addition to these measures, everybody, including the trainers, were required to wear masks over their faces to stop us from infecting each other with swine flu. And we continue to have our temperatures taken twice a day during the training sessions, and we're all required to use antibacterial hand wash, sort of, twice an hour or something ridiculous like that. So anyway, the things started out pretty normally on the Monday for the training session. We completed the morning session in a group of 3, so I was in with 2 other trainees from America. So we started the morning session with the Chung Dahm philosophy, and codes of conduct, and then we went on to English grammar. So I wasn't too concerned about any of this at this point because one, I have graduate qualifications in teaching English to speakers of other languages, and I'm an experienced ESL teacher. So I found the grammar quite easy, and I was pretty confident about that side of things, because I was the only person in the group that had any teaching experience at all. The other 2 had no teaching experience whatsoever. They're just going to try and learn it during the training week. And I would say that most people coming into the training center don't have any teaching experience. So they're just, like, a lot of them are just fresh out of college, and they're going abroad for the first time, and this is the first thing that they're doing is teaching at Chung Dahm, and most of them don't have any sort of teaching qualifications or experience. So most of them are, straight out of college, but I wasn't. So anyway, I was quite confident at this point because I knew all of my grammar, and so I was quite confident that I had teaching experience and the other 2 didn't. And I was slightly concerned that a few bits in the grammar presentation were actually wrong and taught incorrectly, but I just thought that I'd be extra confident because I did actually understand all of this grammar from my experience and qualifications. Nothing much else to report on the Monday. We just did the morning presentation on the Chung Dahm philosophy and then the grammar, and then normally we're meant to, like I said, normally we're meant to go and have a medical, but we'd already done ours, so we just went back. We were just taken back to our hotels after the morning session on the Monday. So we had the afternoon off, and we weren't really required to study for anything on the Monday other than for the Chung Dahm general knowledge test and the grammar test, which I had no concern about whatsoever. So, yeah, that was the Monday. And there was one other thing that was sort of strange that I noticed on the Monday, was that they were making very sure that we weren't going to give swine flu to anybody if we had swine flu. So, we had all these precautions, coming 5 days earlier, antibacterial hand wash, twice an hour, wearing masks. And at the end of the training session, they put us all into one call van. So all of the people doing training that week, well, I think most of us, like a fair few of us, we were all divided sort of for the morning session, like in groups of 2 or 3, to avoid the the risk of swine flu. And then at the end of the day, they just pile us all into one call van with no masks, and we're all in there together. So why would you take all of those precautions if you're just going to do, something stupid like that? So anyway, that was just another little strange thing that I noticed on the Monday. But other than that, things didn't turn out too bad on the Monday, and I didn't really have any concerns at that point about the training.